Okay, here we go. Reddit, I need your help. So, these two definitive speakers are just a subwoofer and a center channel that I've had for a long time now. So I went to a thrift store and then this caught my eye because I was in need of a new amplifier just for a stereo pair. And I didn't really think much of it because it was like the only amplifier there. However, when I looked up the model, this System 1400 by Realistic, I realized that there's actually pretty much no documentation on this on anywhere I've looked on the internet so far. So and so far it's still like fully working. Right now it's just in like a setup just to test it out, make sure it works. But it cost me $12, and when I looked it up, apparently there seems to be a bunch of vintage realistic amplifiers that are also being like sought out by collectors and those kinds of things. So I'm not even sure if I should be touching this, honestly. Of course, to be honest, I'd rather just have an amplifier, but if it's better off just not touching this and leaving it alone, please do let me know. So yeah, I'll run you guys through like everything around it that I could find that might be able to help out figure out what this is. But so far it seems to be some sort of obscure custom made thing. So all right, I guess I'll just get started by showing you guys this thing actually working, because it has a little visualizer on the front. Alexa, resume. And then the volume knob over here, other than obviously controlling the volume, as it usually should, it also has inside, which I'll show in a bit, a little motor. So, Alexa, pause. Which, if I recall correctly, this was used a while back, like when people would use a remote for this, an IR remote. It says in front that it has that it can use an infrared remote. It would actually have this motorized knob, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, right here, motorized volume control. There it is. So, anyways, yeah, there's that. It's got a bunch of different options on like presets for the built-in equalizer. I guess that would be the best way to put it. And then it's got a and then I'll show you guys the back. And the back is where things got a little bit interesting for me. Don't mind all this crap here. I tend to recycle electronics or salvage them for parts. So on the back, this is where things got a little bit interesting for me. So first of all, this right here was just a tag from the thrift store. But first of all, so it's got two channels, so nothing too special. This is a terribly awful wiring setup. It was literally just to test out the amplifier, make sure it actually even plays anything. And then it's got an auxiliary input, and then an AM and FM radio tuner. But then what I found was really interesting was over here, where it actually says custom manufactured in Malaysia for Radio Shack. So all I know is that Radio Shack is gone, Realistic is gone. So this kind of makes me very reluctant to even touch this thing, quite honestly. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is like worth anything, if I could just use it, if I'm much better off just using it as my own amplifier, just to listen to some music while I work. Yeah. And then, oh right, over here it's got a little CD and cassette deck add-on thing, which it was in the thrift store actually. It would stack right on top and it had a CD reader and I think it had both a CD reader and a cassette deck. I don't entirely remember, but yeah, and then that would just plug in right here, and then from the front you'd be able to control the source, going from a tuner to the tape deck, which would be on top, and then the CD and auxiliary. Now I'll also show you guys the insides of this, because I think that might be useful to find some of the components inside, or to find some of the boards inside, if in case that might have any like models that might be useful. So I'll give you guys a tour of the inside. But here's the front again. Hold on, let me just get that to focus. That'd be nice if it did. There we go. That's much better. So yeah, System 1400, and it's a realistic integrated amplifier, synthesized tuner. Then above would be a cassette deck that I didn't buy because I thought it would be quite useless, for me at least. Oh yeah, also it has this little bass boost function here. It just obviously boosts the bass. Yeah, alright, let me get this shut off. Alexa, resume. Just in case there are any capacitors in there, I don't want to like risk touching any loaded capacitors, so I'll just have it playing while it runs out. Alright. Now, Alexa, pause. Alright, now let me crack open the lid. So right now, I've already taken this out. So that's why there's only 2 screws holding this together, because I didn't feel like putting the other ones in. So yeah, let me open this up. Yes, this is unplugged. Yes, I know what I'm doing. I've been working with electronics for a very long time now. But I'm gonna be as careful as I can with the insides, because I am unsure if this is something that I should even be touching, but I guess this would probably give us a few clues to find out what it is, in case that would be useful. So, alright, I'll leave that right there. There's the encasing. Nothing too special, it's literally just a metal encasing. Alright, so on the inside, there's this transformer right here, with the model number, right there, and then, so on the front, there's, so on the top, actually, I'll start with the top. There's a control board right here. This thing, there we go. This thing seems to have just every single one of the inputs, and then provides a low, and then provide a low input, a low current input to the, a low level input to the amplifier itself. It's got mostly just FM tuning things over here, inside, like on this part of the board, and then over here there's the auxiliary input, and then these inputs. If I'm seeing this right, I mean I don't want to spend this entire video just guessing where things go, but this goes over to the amplifier, which is below. Please focus. There we go. So I'm assuming this is probably providing something to do with the auxiliary thing. Whatever, yeah. So there's that. The main power supply right there, or not really power supply, but just fuse, is right there. Let me see if I can get a better view of it. Here, yeah, and then I'll smooth that wire out of the way a little bit. Alright, also, there seems to be a little number at the bottom, so in case that's useful. There we go, alright. So yeah, and then here's the front, here's the top, the board on top at least, and then, so the The little display on the front, it's powered by this lamp, which was a tiny bit broken off when I first got it. One of the clips is broken off. It's like but yeah, so I can take out the lamp like that. But it's this is the backlight of it itself. The thing that said aux. And then let's see if I can. Is there much to see there? Not really. There's not much to see in that but it's just a standard backlit display. Nothing too special over there. Except it's, I mean, I guess it's a bulb backlit display, if that helps. I don't think it does. All right, and then here's the front. The front I don't want to touch unless I'm told that I should, because I really don't want to touch, like, take apart any of these boards in case I should be leaving them intact. If it's something that I should like keep as an antique, I don't know. I'm not in that in that whole industry, or in that whole I don't know what the right word to put it. I'm not really familiar with that stuff, so I don't know what people are looking for. Here's the what looks to be a something to like, I don't know, I guess you could say a preamp. The weird thing is, though, actually, the amplifiers and like the transistors are actually right over there on a separate board, even though the speaker outputs, which are right here, are on this board. So just this doesn't have the this board, I don't think, has the amplifiers itself, but it's got a I forget what you call these. It's got one of these things. I'll remember it at some point. Not right now, though. And then, yeah, this takes any input from either one of the front things. There's also a mic input, by the way. A mic and aux. A mic and is that and headphones input and output there. And then, yeah, over here, actually, there is a board that I didn't really take a look at. Can't exactly tell what that is there on the side. Oh, yeah, that's just going to the transformer. Okay, nothing too special over there. And then over here is the board going to the microphones and the microphone and headphone jack on the front. Then over here, again, I could remove these. I don't want to, unless I'm told to. I'm told that that it's okay if I do, if that would give any hints, and I'm not like touching anything that might be like crazy antique or something. I don't know. Again, I really don't know, so I'm sorry if that's kind of cringe for me to say. My bad. Oh yeah, and then last thing over here is there's a this little motor for the volume knob. If I turn on my light, and that would just kindly focus. Yeah. Oh, there's another number there. That I can't get that all on one frame, I don't think, but that says 414B202834. And yeah, I think that's about everything I can show you guys. But let me just see if I can kind of sneak my phone in a little bit here, that way I can get a better view of this. Of this little amplifier board on the bottom. So yeah, it says protector right there. And then 6484. I don't know if those are model numbers or something like that. Oh yeah, and then there's another one. This, and then it says power supply over here. Oh, I think that's a power supply input or something like that. And then over here, I mean, I haven't had much time to actually closely examine these. It's the first time I'm really looking into it. But and over here, 414-202-124. Whatever that indicates. If that would be helpful, I'm glad that I got it on camera. If not, whatever. So yeah, that's the entire thing for you. If you guys have any idea whatsoever what this is, where it comes from, how it randomly showed up in a thrift store in New Jersey, even though it was custom manufactured for Radio Shack by what's it called? Realistic Audio. If you guys have any information on that, that would just be, or any like ideas, that would be so helpful. I really appreciate it. And any advice on what I should do with it, also completely appreciated it. Thank you so much, everybody. If you've just watched through this entire video, bless you. You're an amazing person. All right. I guess that's about it. I'll just give one last shot of here. So 13-12-1280. I couldn't really get anything from that. A UL certification right there. Then that's about it. No indication of the wattage whatsoever. So yeah. Alright. Cool. Thank you so much, everybody. Any help is appreciated. And yeah, have a nice day.